Welcome to audio number 1. So I can see from your quiz results that you are the hard worker. You're the type of person who never gives up. You eat challenges for breakfast. Obstacles, blocks, and problems is something you're used to overcoming. You will do whatever it takes to achieve your dreams. You have a high work ethic and you always want to do an exceptional job and over-deliver. You are the doer, the puller it all together in a team, and a high achiever. You are truly the hard worker of all the archetypes. It's a highly valuable quality in an entrepreneur, and that is your light side. Now, every single archetype has a shadow side as well, and I wanted to think about your shadow as not something bad, not something to overcome, not something to get rid of. It's a part of you that requires integrating. Now, how do we integrate our shadow? There's more on that as you go through the audio trainings, but in short, it sounds something like this. Through recognizing it, releasing it, healing it with love and acceptance and compassion, and then turning it into your light side. The shadow side of the hard worker is that you can't relate to the difficulties of others because you do whatever needs to get done in order to get you further. You have a just do it, what's the problem approach. This creates an unachievable high standard outlook for others, and you miss out on a huge segment of your audience. Compassion isn't your strong suit, which makes it even more difficult for people to relate to you. Lack of compassion and ability to relate makes it a lot harder for you to connect to your potential clients energetically. It shows up in your marketing as well as in your coaching, a part that is especially valuable to be able to sell high-end offers. Another shadow side of the hard worker archetype is that you keep creating the struggle, the obstacles, and problems to overcome. You crave ease and flow and grace, but your patterns, limiting subconscious beliefs and energy blocks, are not allowing you to do that. So you keep recreating the same struggle or hustle scenarios to come out as a winner on the other side. Because of the subconscious and energetic blocks in your business, you're more prone than other archetypes to work long hours, so 10 or more per day, overload your coaching programs with more information, experts, and materials, overload your coaching practice with 1 million of programs and services, make yourself too available to not miss opportunities, make your business too complicated to feel like an expert, the lack of significance, and bend over backwards to deliver results to your clients. All of which creates exhaustion, overwhelm, and burnout that essentially leads you to question whether you're cut out to have the great success you know you're meant to. So just sit with all of that for a second. How does that land for you? And I'd like to take it a step further. You now know both sides of your hard worker archetype, the light and the shadow. So it's important to identify your unique sabotage patterns and the limiting subconscious beliefs and energetic blocks that are keeping you from the next level financial ability while working 7 hours a week should you want to. In this audio, I'll take you through the explanation of how to identify those sabotage behaviors and beliefs, why you have them, so you can stop sabotaging. Know your enemy and you'll get to your next level in no time. Now let's take a look at what is your core negative subconscious belief. You. So for the hard worker archetype, it is, I am not enough as I am. I am not enough as I am. So the variations that your mind uses can sound like this. I'm not good enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm not educated enough. I'm not working hard enough. I'm not famous enough to charge this kind of a fee. I'm not experienced enough to run high-end offers. Now remember the 6 common behaviors to keep your eyes peeled for if you want to create great success? Let me just remind you. Just to recap, so working 10 plus hours a day, or a working week that leaves you exhausted despite the hours you work, overloading your courses, programs, and services with extra materials, overloading your businesses with too many courses, programs, and services, making yourself too available to not miss opportunities, make your business too complicated so you feel like an expert, bend over backwards to deliver results to your clients, even if you aren't responsible for their results. Well, your core belief of I am not enough as I am is the reason why these 6 behaviors exist. Deep inside your brain, your subconscious mind dictates to you that since you're not good enough, you've got to do more to try and prove exactly the opposite. The trick? It's a vicious circle that never ends, and your mind will keep you trying forever. Here's why. When you deal with your subconscious mind, you have no control of how it operates. It's the other way around. Your subconscious controls you. Our beliefs are deeply ingrained in our mind, body, and nervous system. And essentially, on a deeper level, you identify with those beliefs. They make up who you are, what the world is around you, and how it operates. For example, you probably feel really proud of the fact that you're a hard worker. And you also feel a sense of achievement, pride, and even happiness when you overcome a difficult obstacle, problem, or block, don't you? It genuinely feels good to you that you get stuff done. And I should know, 5 years ago, hard worker was my archetype. To give you a secret, our archetypes change as we do. So when your actions go against your subconscious belief, in your case, I'm not enough, for your brain, it's like you're trying to do something dangerous, to go against your identity. It simply means danger and unsafety. So when this happens, your brain sends an SOS signal that causes very specific thoughts and feelings. Those thoughts and feelings are designed to stir you away from anything that may put the I'm not good enough in danger. Like you may feel like you're taking advantage of your clients if you're not working hard enough, or that you're a bad entrepreneur or a scammer or a lazy one. This is how it looks in your business. Say you decide to work less and keep making the same money. Your coach told you that you've got to delegate. It's time. So you raise prices and hire several team members. Meanwhile, you feel really anxious about your next launch or whether the clients are going to come in or not. Then you start feeling overwhelmed and outright scared because now you definitely have to make it happen because you've got the team to pay. So you find yourself back to working long hours, trying to make sure you get those organic sales just in case the launch doesn't work. At the end, you've spent more money, taken on more pressure, and you still found yourself working the same amount of hours. Now, why is it so important to understand this? It's important because every time you'll try to break the cycle and do something different to grow your business, for example, like raise your prices because you feel inspired, or work less in your business, or hire a team to take the load off, you will self-sabotage. Here are more examples from the real-life clients of mine and fellow entrepreneurs. So let's say we'll take an example of raising prices. What will happen is people will say no to you, and you will decide that it's not the right thing or timing for your business, that you need to become a bit more famous to be able to do that. Another example is, say you decide to work less. You won't see the same engagement or sales, or you simply will feel so anxious that will convince you that you're jeopardizing your business, so you'll get right back to overworking. And say that you decide to hire a team. So you'll try to delegate, but your team just isn't delivering, and you end up babysitting people and finding yourself doing everything at the end of the day. Do you see the pattern? Your subconscious mind says, I am not enough. Your mind sends thoughts that will have you do more to try to prove that you are enough. Your body sends emotions like anxiety to keep the actions of overworking going. If you decide to get out of this mind-body loop, you begin self-sabotage. Now, would it be beneficial if I told you that there's a way to recognize the loop before it does more or any damage? I'm sure it is, so I've prepared a very cool exercise that I use with my high-end clients almost during every session. It's called the awareness exercise. Now, if you have downloaded the workbook, you'll see on page 1 the questions that I'm going to walk you through. Otherwise, write your answers on a sheet of paper. Pause the recording for each and every single question and give yourself some time to answer each question thoroughly. It is really important for this specific exercise to do that. So, question number 1 would sound like this. What would you like to experience right now in your business? In one clear, precise sentence, what do you want to experience right now in your business? The second question sounds like this. And what are you experiencing instead, currently, of what you want? So again, you're going to be pausing the audio and you're going to be writing out clear, precise answers. Now, how does what you're experiencing now feel to you as you're experiencing it? Within this very experience, how does it feel to you? What are the feelings? What are the emotions? What are the sensations that you're experiencing? Now, another question is, what thoughts go along with this experience and feelings? What thoughts go along with this experience and feelings? What do you do while experiencing this outcome and result in business? Along with these thoughts and feelings, what do you do? What actions do you take in the moment and what actions do you not take? And then finally, what does one have to believe to experience this result in business along with his feelings, thoughts, and actions? What does one have to believe to experience this result in business along with his feelings, thoughts, and actions? The final question would be, and what would be possible for you in your life and in your business when this is different? What other opportunities will open up? So when your feelings, thoughts, and beliefs are negative, your actions cannot be supportive of something positive. It's simply illogical. Your result is always a reflection of what's going on inside. It's there to help you understand what thoughts, beliefs, patterns inside you are making this experience a reality so that you can shift. So let me give you an example from a client who's done this exercise and what she discovered. Amy came to me with a very specific problem. She wanted to create the best program in the market for her clients and achieve her big financial goal while delegating more and working less. Now, this is what she wanted to experience. What she was experiencing instead at the moment was 14 to 16-hour working days, team members that kept making mistakes, lots of sales calls, but a very low conversion rate, less than 20%. What she wanted instead was ease, more clients, and less working hours so that she could spend time with her family and travel. She believed that her hardworking ethic was exactly what was going to get her there. Now, once we did the awareness exercise and she asked the same exact questions, she realized that her current approach made her feel anxious, scared, and overwhelmed. Her thoughts were all about, could she make it? Would her clients believe she could deliver on such a program? She was frustrated that she wasn't getting the support she needed from her team, and then she had to do it all by herself because no one could deliver like her. So then she acted upon those feelings and thoughts and worked 14 and 16 hours, essentially making her team feel like they didn't need to do anything. Showing up with a scarcity energy and losing most of the sales calls. Then booking the sales calls with clients who were not ready or even a good fit. She did not eat lunch, she didn't go out for her daily walks, and she couldn't even sleep well. So these are the actions that she wasn't taking. What were her beliefs? That she was not doing enough, that she must do better. Therefore, she believed that she wasn't enough to receive what she truly desired. Once she made this realization, we were able to take it a step further and carry out the change work to release her beliefs. Amy nailed all her immediate goals within the first 2 months. Now, Amy and I are no longer working together, but we recently had a chat and she shared that she continued to see more amazing results coming through because of the change work that we've done. She's feeling the most supported by her team. Her sales conversions doubled. She finally went on vacation and she consistently creates multiple 5-figure months while working twice less than she used to. It is really easy for her to delegate and trust that her team will deliver, and that's exactly what they do. Now, one thing I do want to let you know, that the results like this are possible for everyone because Amy didn't do an external change work. She didn't do anything specific in marketing or sales or strategy, none of that. But she did the internal change work to see the external results. And you can absolutely do the same. Now, here's your homework. Use the same exercise that Amy did every day of the next week and see how often you get into the subconscious loop. And how conscious are you of whether the actions that you take are supporting the negative pattern or the positive pattern? What beliefs are fueling your thoughts, your feelings, actions, and as a result, the outcome that you're experiencing in business? Let's create the same deep awareness that Amy has created so you too can see the negative patterns. It's the first step to releasing them. Now, in the coming audio trainings, I will share how you can experience the breakthroughs Amy had. And of course, I would love to hear what you discovered about yourself in completing the awareness exercise. So just jump into my inbox at any time with your discovery. I'll see you in the next audio.